Our question for last week was, what informs your decision for selecting a school for your child as a parent? When you want to pick a school for your child, what are the things that you look out for? And as a teacher, before working in a school, what are the things that you look out for? We want to thank everybody for their responses towards the question, and then we are going to be reading out some for those who could not catch up on the question last week. So the first response that we have is from a parent, and she says, I look out for space, classroom setup, professionalism from both teachers and non-academic staff, school curriculum, parent-teacher engagement, extracurricular activities, provision for break time. That's quite important, I must say. Schools' involvement in inter-school activities and competitions. Well, I must say that this is quite important because it is not enough for your school to be great all by themselves. When they go out, how do they compete? What do they bring back home? Another response here from a parent says, I particularly look out for professionalism with regards to teaching and learning and how the teachers rather, care for the children. She said, make them no go use cane, finish my picking. Make them no go use cane, finish my picking. But really, this cane matter. Are there schools that still use cane on children? I know that public schools really need to check that part, but private schools, I think there has been some sort of regulations that we should not use cane on the children. That is not the best way of getting the children to learn or getting the children to be law abiding. So I want to believe that schools should not use cane again at this moment. There are many ways and there are many strategies that we can use to. All right, another parent here says that what I usually do is go to the school in the afternoon. I don't go in the morning. When you go to schools in the morning, they are always at their best. But when you go in the afternoon, check the toilets and see what it looks like. Check the classrooms and see what it looks like. Then you can tell if they are scattered or put together. Wow. I think this is quite interesting. And it's true, actually. Sometimes in the afternoon, there's this way of schools being scattered. You go to the toilet, the children have used the toilet, and then there's no cleaner to clean the toilets anymore. I mean, this is such a... All right, this one here says, I am particular about school uniform. Really? Okay, wait. School uniform. She says, I am particular about school uniform. I particularly liked a school when I went there, but their uniform was sleeveless, and I wasn't comfortable with my child wearing a uniform without sleeves. So people look out for uniforms when picking schools. Well, it depends on what people like though. But for me, if it's a good school and they really teach well, I think uniform is the last thing I'm going to check. From me, I mean, that's personal. All right. Another one here says, if it is a school where they tell them the hairstyle to make every week, I am not in for it. I am a busy parent, and the best I can do is to make my child's hair every 2 weeks. So I can't go to the salon every week to join the queue and make, because I want to make hair for my child. Well, are there still schools? I know that there are schools that do that, maybe secondary schools, because I know when children are growing, they want to explore and all. But I think it's okay to consider that aspect and let children carry their hair for at least 2 weeks. If the hair is still good looking, if it is still tidy enough, I think it's okay to allow the students to carry their hair for 2 weeks. So this woman here says, if it is school where they are saying this week all back, next tomorrow shuku and base, upper week patewo, I'm not doing. I like schools that have a lot of social activities. Let them have color day, let them have balloon day, let them have painting day. Which one is balloon day again? Hey, schools. Let them have painting day, let them have fruits day, let them have, I mean, there's a list of all the days a year. This person is like a paparazzi kind of parent. I mean, okay, that's quite interesting. So we'll be going now to teachers' responses. Let's see what teachers have said. This first teacher here says, I can only work at a school where they close early. Anything more than 3 p.m., I am not doing. Well, I'll say that gone are the days when people go into teaching because they want to go home early. sincerely, I must confess, teaching is no longer like that. We do extra. We put in a lot of effort to prepare for the following day, to first finish the day's task, and then prepare for the following. I don't know the kind of school that has the opportunity for that anymore, but I'll say that where teaching and learning is going now, teachers are very busy. Online classes, preparing resources for learning, creating resources for learning, sourcing resources for learning can take a lot of time. So this issue of teachers close early, or this trend of teachers close early, I don't think it's existing anymore. I am a teacher. I know when I leave the school. I know when I get home. I know the days that I have to spare some more time to get my work done. I know the days that I have to lose some sleep because I want. Okay, this teacher says if it is a school where they owe salary, I cannot work there. She also explained that she has worked in two schools, that she had to work 4 months. The first one, she worked 4 months. She didn't get a salary. She had to leave. And there was another time she worked at a place 3 months. She didn't get a salary. She had to leave. Well, schools, I think we should do better. Really, I think we need to do better. Teaching is not easy. Teaching is not easy. Standing in front of like 20 something children, making sure that they're going to learn, and at the end of the day, my salary is hanging. Please, 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 school owners, management, let's try as much as possible to pay these teachers salaries, because they are doing a lot to ensure that the children are learning. All right, thank you so much for your responses to our question last week. And thank you very much for joining today to listen to people's responses. We are going to have another question next week, And remember, this is School Series with Mrs. O. Please follow me on all social media platforms at Mrs. O, the Educator. See you some other time. Thank you.